Ooh, what's going on, folks? It's a beautiful morning. I'm taking a walk, taking it all in. As you can see, I'm on vacation. Well, you probably don't know I'm on vacation. And I'm taking a few days off and relaxing because I got to get my mind right. And I'm only human just like you are. But I do reflect all the time. And the last couple of days, like I said, because I am a student of human behavior, and they're doing construction out here. I haven't been by the riverfront in a while. I guess they're building up something out here. And it's nice out here. I recommend you guys, if you get a chance sometimes in life, just go out into nature. Because you're not one with nature, but that's another video, right? And a lot of the stuff that you just don't understand, you can understand because you don't take time and you don't stop to experience things. And that's deep. That's deep for some of you mush heads. Okay, fine, I get it. But we're going to talk about today, because some of you guys are really mush heads, we're going to talk about your behaviors. The asshole, anal things that you do that affect other people, that make their days and their lives just what it doesn't have to be. Okay? Now, we just talked recently about the assholes that you work with in your workspaces and the fools who hire them, because they're fools. All of them are fools. The bosses they hire people who are just like them, and so you get these characteristics of people, and some of you are frustrated. But I was thinking about it this morning, and I made a few footnotes because I was thinking about this, and I was like, this is good to talk about because I have friends and we just can't figure this out, right? But it's compulsive behavior, right? And a few situations happened this week, and I couldn't recall all of them, so I made a point to write them down when they happened, because they were so ridiculous that I just had to speak on them, to reflect on this fucking foolish behavior that I see so much from you people out there, you citizens of the world, who create the world that you live in and complain about, okay? And they cut grass down here. They did pretty good down here. But the compulsive behavior, okay? Now, the first situation was, I was in the store, right? And I always have these famous store situations, because these are human-to-human interactions. These are situations where you're interacting with other humans, and they're giving you an opportunity to see how much different you are than them based on how you want to present yourself in the world. And that's what I talk about, this mirror, folks. The thing that's inside of you that you're looking at, that you want the world to see. See, y'all don't get this. Some of you guys are, I was looking at a few of these videos, and there's some really wise people who are in touch with the earth and certain things on higher levels. And I get where they're going because I'm there. And we can't make you guys understand this connection, this oneness thing, right? But it'll increase certain things about your knowledge and understanding that it'll unlock some things. And I'm just not going to go into it right now. It's so deep for you guys, for you mush heads, that it's not worth me going into. It's just too extensive. Another video. But you act like assholes because you're not intact with who you really are. You don't know who you really are, and you're letting something control you and take you in directions that present negative to other people, disturbance to other people, the compulsive behaviors. So I was in the store the other day, and there was a guy, I'm just going to get a soda or something, and I'll go to the stand, and right before me, some customer goes up and walks in front of me and opens up the case, and instead of just getting the soda he wants, he looks over the whole case, and politely I stand and wait because he was there first. Okay, fine, we're grown-ups. But he looks through the whole case, and this guy decides to take, and he put his hand on every single soda in the case. So he started at the top row, took every soda, pulled it out of the slot and put it back in, and he wasn't working there. He was just looking for something. But actually what he was doing was he was compulsively, because of maybe some of the sodas weren't arranged perfectly, he was arranging all of them. Now, I know some of you out there have this type of behavior where you can't control yourselves, and that's part of the problem that other people have to deal with. Because remember, I don't know this guy. Just think about this for a minute, folks. Enlarge it. You don't know this person. They could have a cold. They could have been wiping their butt, anything. And people do these things. That's what I'm talking about, this behavior. So this guy decides, he could have picked his nose 5 minutes before that, but he decides to rearrange all of the things right and make me wait at that. This courtesy of making me wait for it. I know what I want to get, but he'll rearrange every soda in the rack. And you got to think from the top to the bottom, 15 shelves or something. But every soda he turned around, every juice bottle he turned around and touched the top or lid. And then he just walked off and, you know, got something else and just went on about his day and paid for it and left out of the store. And I thought that was ridiculous because he wasn't even aware of the fact that I was standing behind him patiently waiting to get something I wanted to get and just holding me up. So that it's courtesy of not realizing that other people are people, okay? All right. Now, here's another one. Because I had to write this down. Another store situation. These store situations are great because you store owners hire these people. That's why I started this off talking about what I just talked about the other day about the people of the world, you know, who you work with in these jobs. Maybe you work in a store and the people who hire them who just want a warm pulse to man that register or something, who are turning away the customer. If I come in the store every day and I buy a carton of milk, I don't need you as a clerk to comment to the customers beside me that I come in the store every week and buy a carton of milk. This guy right here, he comes in here every week. Do you want me to come in that store? Do you want me to feel comfortable? Or what if I were buying anything? I could be buying some Jockins cream or something. I wouldn't be doing that, folks, but I'm just saying I could be buying anything, some personal items. What if you women out there buying some feminine items or something? Do you want the clerk to consistently, every time you come in the store, because of something about you that interests them? That's the narcissistic compulsive behavior that I keep talking about, where you're interested and you're crazy, and because you have some dynamic playing out in your head where you want to know this person, you just make points to start conversations unnecessarily. I'm just a customer. I'm only buying something and then getting out of the store. I don't need to discuss with you every single time that I'm buying a carton of milk or some eggs or, you know, anything I'm buying. Why do I have to talk to you or discuss with the customers that are behind me how much I'm paying for it and why and this and that? And it's the foolishness of the world. Okay? And then my third thing, the people, the actual fucking fools in your workplace, right? Because someone told me about this last week and I told them I'd make a point to speak on this. The fools in your workplace who purposely come up to you and ask you questions unnecessarily for the purpose of insult. Right, now let me explain this. It's one thing to come up to someone and comment on how nice they look, or you like their shoes, or that's a nice shirt or something, or what brand is that because it looks nice or something. And you go about your day. But it's another thing to approach a person and say, can you ask them a question? Because this actually happened like this. This person was approached by a coworker, fool, who asked them could they ask a question to the person, didn't understand because they hadn't spoken to this person. Person never addressed them or anything. So they knew it was a problem. They knew it was a narcissistic tactic, which is what I'm talking about. You don't allow these people in your space because they're only looking for room to insult you, which is what this is about. So this person asked the question about, you know, why this person looks so nice and, you know, that they were doing a certain type of job and why did they look so nice or why were their shoes so nice? It's just something to that effect about how they were presented. You were using that, and sometimes I call that as one of those slight jabs where you're trying to present it as a compliment, but really in actuality, you're trying to insult the person because you're jealous and you have some insecurities about how you feel about yourself and you like what that person is presented as and you want to tear it down. The narcissistic nature and the foolish nature of the people in the world who are callously disregardable and have a compulsive urge to do things without thinking about it. Then this person addressed that person by saying something to the effect of, before you open your mouth, think about what you're going to ask, because that's what I talk about being a mental ninja. You put that person off balance. They came to you with some foolishness. So what you do is you counter with more intelligence that counters that foolishness. You ask them hey, I don't know you. You're coming up to me in this workplace with a foolish grin. You're dripping with foolishness. And your first intent is to ask me a question, and you're probably going to do some type of jab on me, right? So before you open your mouth, I'm giving you my time. Before you say anything to me, think about what you're going to say and make it make sense to me. Make it worth my time. If you say that to them, I promise you they'll walk away. It's happened to me in previous times in my life when I worked in these foolish environments. And it's the only way to prepare yourself. Be a mental ninja at all times, because people will do things, right? But if you take them off balance, they don't know what to do because they weren't prepared for that. See, they're expecting deers in the headlight. They're expecting people who just don't know what to do, okay? And before I leave, you know, and get from this place that I'm at, I'm staying here for a couple of days, and I told you guys about the bug situation and stuff like that. And, you know, I just want you to understand, we have to deal with stuff unnecessarily because people have things going on in their heads and they're not balanced in one with God and highness. And I had to speak on that because the spirituality and mentality are synonymous. And if you don't believe that, you are a freaking fool, and that's why you don't make the best out of your life. I'm going to enjoy this day. I want to continue walking this path, right? Get some breakfast and stuff. I need some more coffee, right? And that'll be good for the day. And I need you guys to think about these things. If you're the people in the world, I always say this, it starts with you, how you want to act. If you're at a job and you don't like your job, just do your duty. Devote that work to God. You don't have to deal with this foolishness. Right? You don't have to be the sourpuss that's ruining somebody's day because you're compulsively interested in them, and that makes you crazy. If you don't reflect on that, you can never understand how you're a problem to the bigger world. You get what I'm saying? So let me get to start my path walk. You guys pick up my book, I Love Bad Behaviors, on Amazon. You can pick that up on my website, thinkbehavior.info. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Right? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I love it. Thank you guys, right? And appreciate things. Appreciate other people. And in that way, you'll appreciate the best things out of life. I'm serious. I know it sounds like a lot of talk and stuff, but you guys don't apply any of this talk. Never. Not what anyone says, because you don't understand. You want to connect to other things and be better and see a better world, but you're not willing to look inside yourselves and face why the world is not, you know, as good as it can be. Fact. Okay? Oh, so let me get on. You folks have a nice day. Enjoy your day. Take care.